Hey everybody, I'm just making this video today to tell you about the 300-hour level 2 yoga teacher training that I'm going to be teaching next month right here in beautiful Chiang Mai. So I'm really excited about this course. We just taught it in April in Rishikesh, and it was a huge success. And now we're doing it again for the last time this year. So I took quite some time. It's actually been the last 14 months of my life writing and organizing this course. Those of you who've done any work with me before or work with Path of Yoga, you'll know that we take the idea of education quite seriously. So we work to a really high standard, and I didn't want to release this course until it was ready. And then, yeah, March, April of this year is when we launched it. And as I say, we had 12 bright, shiny, happy students at the end of that, and I'm really excited about doing it again. So for those of you who have already done a 200-hour and you feel like perhaps your teaching's going stale, or you feel like my experience was that I felt like I was boring myself. I just keep saying the same stuff over and over again, and I wanted a fresh injection of the knowledge and experience, and that the 300-hour is what really gave me that. In fact, I ended up doing 2 300 hours in the consecutive years, and then going back to assist one of my teachers, Jason Crandall, on the second 300-hour that I'd done with him, because I just wanted to keep on hearing it again because it was so useful. Find your feet, explore different styles, different ways of teaching, and the 300-hour is when you start to feel like, actually, I'm really settling into this now, and I want to take things further. And also from the point of view of qualifications and certification, if you want to teach your own teacher trainings, and for me, teaching teachers has been my favorite part of this journey. And this is a qualification you need with the Yoga Alliance. You need to have the 500-hour qualification, as it's one of the things that you need in order to be able to lead your own trainings. So it's a super useful qualification to have, and it's just an amazing month. And actually, the way that we do it, it's almost 5 weeks. It's 33 nights long, which is, really an amazing opportunity to get 33 nights or 34 days immersed in a deeper level of yoga. There are 2 main teachers. There'll be a couple of guest teachers as well, but the 2 main teachers will be myself and the amazing Ian Lemasters, who's flying over from Portland, Oregon, to come and teach this course with me. So we'll be co-teaching the July-August course. Ian I met him on a teacher training where we were both students, and he just blew me away, both with his physical ability, and his personality. He's just like the nicest guy you'll ever meet. And also he's an amazing anatomist and sports scientist, so he has just this depth of knowledge. So he's going to be taking control of the anatomy side of things and the physical body side of things. I'm going to be teaching 3 modules that are close to my heart. So we'll really be looking at teaching skills, how we communicate, looking at the science of how people learn. Really opened things up for me when I realized that people learn in different ways, and the speeds at which we learn, when we are learning things visually or learning things orally or learning things kinesthetically, how we can become more mature teachers and move away from what is known as the pedagogic model of yoga teaching, which is this very common way of teaching, the same way that we would teach children. So it's kind of like, I'm the teacher, I've got all the knowledge, you know nothing, and I know better than you. And as I'm sure you're well aware, that sort of attitude has led to a lot of problems in yoga communities across the world and over time, as we are encouraged to give up responsibility of our own bodies to the teacher, and then boundaries can get crossed, and people can get injured or other abuses can take place. So we're going to be looking at that model of teaching and how effective that is, and what other alternative models there are, other ways that we can teach where it's more of a shared inquiry approach. So rather than, I'm the one in charge and you do as I say, rather where we go on a journey of exploration and learning, teacher and student together as equals. And this is really powerful and will revolutionize your teaching. The second module will be an introduction to classical Tantra. So that's the philosophical backbone of the course. And this will also blend into the third module, which is a journey through the chakras. So here we're going to dedicate a whole day to each chakra. We'll do a practice, we'll explore through discussion and lectures, and also we'll look at how to teach techniques to activate each chakra, and we'll look at chakra sequencing. So by the end of this course, you'll also be able to teach chakra yoga or incorporate chakra poses into your sequence. So on the anatomy side of things, the way it'll break down, it's also 3 modules. So there are the 3 modules that I'm teaching, which are the art of teaching, the path of Tantra, and the journey through the chakras. And then at the same time, you'll be getting these 3 modules from Ian. And module 1 will be the legs, the feet, and the hips. Module 2 will be the spine and the core. And module 3 will be the shoulders and the arms and the hands and that kind of thing. And in that module, we're going to be approaching anatomy through the prism of injuries and the kind of injuries that you're likely to encounter in your students as a yoga teacher. So that'll be our access point. So it's a really practical way of looking at things. And we start to look at, what kind of injuries people often have and what that looks like, and then looking at how that affects the practice and how we can modify and how we can work alongside the individual's medical professional so that we can support their healing rather than do anything which might make things worse. And also Ian has a variety of other skills that he's going to be weaving into the course. He's an excellent yoga nidra teacher, and he is an extraordinary acro yoga teacher. And so we're going to incorporate some acro yoga sessions. Don't worry if you've never done it before, we'll go right back to the beginning, and there'll be things that everyone can do, and you can learn how to support and spot people even if you don't want to do particular techniques, and it's very useful. There are massage techniques included in that, and also Ian is a wonderful adjuster. So he and I are both very into physical adjusts and how to do them and when it's appropriate. So we'll talk a lot about concepts around consent and how we can actually get informed consent for an adjustment, and then what kind of adjustment is actually appropriate in the moment, because there's a sliding scale of assists and adjusts coming from verbal adjusts or visual adjusts through to energetic adjusts where we can get someone to create change in their body but without actually laying hands on them, through to helping the student to find more stability and then they can adjust themselves, all the way down to the more sort of like old school traditional adjusts where you might help that person to find their way more deeply into the pose. But for me, that will always be the last thing on my list. If I could do one of the other things I mentioned, it will come first. So we'll be looking at all that, the science of adjusting and of getting informed consent. And so, yeah, this is mostly what makes up the curriculum. Many of you have been asking me for years, when are you going to do a level 2 again? When are you going to do a level 2 again? Because I did one in 2014 or 2015 was the last time I did one, and I haven't done one since. And it was because I was very keen to wait until I felt that I really had the curriculum that I would want as a student. And so it's taken me, I mean, I'm pretty slow with things generally anyway, but I've been thinking about this for several years, and then I've dedicated, as I said, the last 14 months of my life to really writing this and honing this, and I couldn't have been more happy with the response in March, April, when we did it in India. And I'm super excited to do it again this summer. And then, worth saying as well, this will probably be the last time that I personally teach this course for a while. As you may have heard in one of my other videos, I will be taking a break from teaching. I don't know when or if I'll be back to full-time teaching. I want to go and explore my own practice. I want to go and spend a few years being a yogi rather than a yoga teacher. But this course will continue. It'll continue because I have an amazing team of teachers with me at Path of Yoga. So with Ian and Amy and Susan and Emily and Casey and Rachel and Katrine and all these amazing people that are on the team, they will continue to teach this level 2. So it will happen again next year. It'll just most likely happen without me. So if you would like to come and train with me, this will be the last opportunity for a while. So I really hope that you will give us a shout and ask for more information, and maybe you can have a Zoom call with me and have a chat if you would like. It starts on July 23rd in Chiang Mai and finishes on August 25th. And in that time we'll have 4 days off, 4.5 days off, I think. And it's about 45 minutes outside of Chiang Mai Center. So on the days off, you have opportunity to either just chill by the pool at the resort and get a massage or another spa treatment, or you can go into town and go do the many amazing, beautiful things there are here to do in Chiang Mai, whether it's go volunteer at the elephant sanctuary, or go visit the temples, or simply go and try the amazing food and go shopping and have great cinemas here. Yeah, the mountains to explore and wildlife parks, and it's just an amazing, amazing, beautiful place. So I'm really looking forward to this month, and I really hope to see some of you there. So thanks for listening if you've made it all the way to the end of this video. And yeah, please do get in touch if you want any more information. All the best. Thank you very much.